Caleb.
Hello there, A Day with Caleb here, and today we're going to look at my Titanic obsession. Not quite as obsessed as the Mummy, but I am quite fascinated with Titanic, the ship, the story, the mythos behind it, uh, how such a great ship ended in such tragedy. So today we'll be talking or showing films, media, CDs, books, specifically about Titanic. So hope you're ready to look and enjoy, and we will begin right now. We will start with the books first. This one on top here has some news articles from the time the Titanic's most of them are about the wreck, but some are before, some way after, some the day of. So that's kind of the route the Titanic was taking. Okay, then Titanic the exhibition. Just some wreckage photo, kind of the legacy. There's some films it talks about the rescue. Some different artifacts recovered from the crash site. Photos of the ship. Okay, construction. This is actually kind of where my obsession began, because in college I went to England for 4 months. So we actually went to Belfast, where the SS Titanic was built. And we went, there was like the shipyard. We were kind of over here, kind of above it. And you can look down, they had little cutouts of what people, the size people would have been, and then this just massive empty void where the Titanic was built. So that is where it all started for me back in Belfast. 2011. Well, near almost 2011. It was the end of 2010. So then we have this one. this book, just kind of the legacy of Titanic. Certificate of origin. Okay, I have never seen this. I've flipped through this book a couple times, but never seen this. So that's cool. That is really neat. Guess I should flip through all of them and see if there's more things like that. This kind of going over what was recovered with some of the dives. There's been multiple dives where the Titanic lays. This one is just kind of pictures and illustrations. Some real life photos. Discovery. And then we get to the James Cameron book. So this is more to do with the film, but there is some of the wreckage too. Alright, that's the books. Next we'll look at the CDs and the media, beginning with the documentaries of Titanic. We'll start with the documentaries. This is a 2-pack, the Titanic and then the Titanic Tragedy. The Titanic, this one talks with some of the survivors. Titanic, A Question of Murder. So it kind of analyzes what happened. Could have been avoided. Search for the Titanic. This is the IMAX Titanica. So they look at the wreckage. Okay, this is the A&E box set of Titanic. Death of a Dream, Parts 1 and 2, The Legend Lives On, Parts 1 and 2. Ghost of the Abyss, really good documentary. James Cameron talks about going down and looking at the wreckage. Titanic, the 100th Anniversary Collection. Again, with James Cameron. Titanic, the Definitive Collection. The Titanic Expedition, The Search, Titanic Remembered, and The Discovery. Titanic, the Definitive Collection. Same one we just saw, but this one is sealed. Some Nat Geo with Secrets of the Titanic, 100-Year anniversary collection. Spores from Titanic to the Moon. Again, some James Cameron. The Smithsonian Titanic collection. And this one, let's see what's inside, because it's a cool box set. This includes Titanic's Found Mystery and the Real Story Titanic. So that's Titanic's Found Mystery, the Real Story Titanic. Then we have just some interesting things here. Memorabilia collection. So some different things here. These are identity certificates. It had their name, kind of their class, their room, and then it had a picture. So some just different ones. Then, of course, the picture on the back. Then this, this was a letter. Then we have a ticket. Nope. This was Liverpool Marine. Okay, so that's some communication letter. Okay, this was the map. And this was the ship's log. This was the count of men, women, and children. This is workers' union letter. This was a poem, The Loss of Titanic. And then the Titanic's heroic band, talking about the band that played on while the Titanic sank. Certificate of authenticity. Okay, this is cool here. This is, let's get a good view here. This is a blueprint of the ship, the emergency stations and different stations throughout the ship. So that's neat. Blueprint of the ship itself. Shipment log. This, I believe, is a receipt. A letter. And another letter. And then this booklet. Alright, so that was the documentaries. We'll look at the films next. Before we move on to the films, I did want to show this off. So this is a piece of coal from the wreckage. I got that at the Orlando Titanic Museum. Still want to go to the Belfast Museum because they have this massive collection from the wreckage. So plates, different things they've discovered. Just thought that would always be cool. So we have Titanic. Then this was a mini-series, Titanic. Then this was another, The Titanic, 1996, with Catherine Zeta-Jones, another mini-series. Then we get to the James Cameron film. This is the first one I had in my collection. I won't show it, but in a previous video I showed the one that Sama Cygnus signed. That's in my autograph media video, so go check that down below. It should be there. So then we have the widescreen, the kind of normal release. This is factory sealed. Then we get to, nope, this is the widescreen. So blue is full screen, this gold is widescreen. Both factory sealed. Then we have the Titanic soundtrack. Then we have back to Titanic soundtrack. And this one actually comes with a pretty cool thing here. It opens up and forms the poster, and then it has some cool things there. So those were the CDs, and then we have the Blu-ray of Titanic, and 4 discs there. Then we have the normal DVD release of Titanic. Then we come to probably my favorite thing. We get to this cool collector's edition box set. Peels back there. You can see some scenes there. Then it has kind of a contents page of what's in here. Then we get to the film sale. have this cool book. Then we have the two tape set of the film. Hope you enjoyed the Titanic Obsession video. One of my many obsessions, as you can see. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll keep you up to date on new videos coming soon. And share with a friend. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.